Welcome to the Man Tracks. I watched you take a sip of coffee just then, so I'm so sorry. I'm JJ.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're here in this place where we do the thing.
The thing? That was terrible.
We're, what is it? Crunchy comedy? No.
Crunchy comedy? We don't
quirky,
do
quirky, that's it.
Quirky comedy quips from a Christian couple. And a cute kid.
And a cute kid. My gosh, let's just make the alliteration longer and longer every time.
I could go all day.
Comedy clips from Christian couple with a cute kid. The world continues to be weird, and we continue to be here to tell you about it. Are you ready to approach the news desk?
I am.
All right. What do you got?
So my first story is a blast of cold lets alligators show off a special skill to survive icy weather. So apparently down south, it's been very cold like it has been up here. They were saying that temperatures dipped like into the 20s, which is unusual for North Carolina. So there's apparently a swamp outdoor adventure park in Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina, and it posted videos on last Sunday showing alligators suspended in frozen ponds with just the tips of their snouts peeking above the ice. So apparently the assistant manager took a video of the alligators and showed them just like frozen in the ice with just their noses sticking out. And it's like it's apparently like almost like they kind of what's it called? Like they not go dormant. It's like almost like a hibernation type thing.
Yeah.
So it says the park has 12 alligators that state wildlife officials have determined can't return to the wild. Maybe they've been fed by humans or for some other reason. But they haven't seen this sort of phenomenon with the cold happen in the park in a long time.
Interesting.
But the cold-blooded animals, since they can't regulate their own temperature, they go into a state called brumation to survive. They protect themselves by sticking their nose out of the water so they can keep breathing while the water around them freezes.
Wow. I think that's hilarious.
Didn't know that was the thing. Eyes closed, nostrils sticking out just enough to breathe. He took a video of an alligator. He estimated it was about 9 to 10 feet long, and it was entirely suspended under the water except for the nose.
Wow. Who knew? Like that you learned something new on this podcast. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
So apparently by Tuesday, the temperatures rose and the alligators returned to normal. But it happened in other places, too. There was a place called Gator Country in Beaumont, Texas. They posted a video featuring the same thing of the alligators with just their snouts poking out.
Wow, that's such a clever adaptation, you know.
And
like
that's how alligators survive ice. I just thought that was crazy.
Wow. They know they're going to, all right, we got to go dormant. We're going to be under for a little while. Mm-hmm. But we also need to breathe, so here, I'm going to stick my nose out.
Yeah. Can you imagine just like seeing a pond that was frozen over with a bunch of like noses sticking out and being like, wow, they're all like under the water completely.
Alligator noses poking. It's funny. It's fun. It's a funny visual to like imagine, you know. They have pictures, right?
I didn't see any pictures on there, but you can find them online. It said there was a couple videos that they had links to.
Nice. Teen facing charges for allegedly taping fish to ATMs.
Gross.
In Provo. Now I have seen this prank done a couple of times, where people they just take like duct tape or scotch tape or painter's tape or whatever, anything, to tape a fish. Usually if the fish is frozen, they tape it to the ATM.
Gross.
The one I saw long time ago, like 6 months ago, was like the ATM was broken and they were like, fix the ATM. I'm going to tape a fish to the ATM until you fix it, right? So it was like a weird justice thing, like you have to fix this or whatever. But anyway, Salt Lake City, a teenager is in hot water after allegedly taping fishes to ATMs in Provo and documenting the antics on social media.
Oh boy. Among
the displays posted online was a video that appeared to show 3 trout taped to a police car.
Ew.
So
why?
The Provo Police Department said on Thursday there's roughly 13 instances where a 17-year-old taped fish to ATMs and other objects. The fishy displays were shared on an Instagram account called fish_bandit84. Fish Bandit. The account has more than 52,000 followers, and its posts date back to August of 2023.
It's pretty fast following for August 2023.
Yeah, right? It's only six months old and he's got 52,000. It's unclear if the account creator did all of the fish taping or if they're curating content posted elsewhere online. The bio of the account reads, live, laugh, tape fish on ATMs.
Well, I guess I don't understand. What's the point of taping fish to something? Like, that's weird.
It's such a weird thing. It's just such an annoying nuisance, right? The video showing the trout taped to the police car garnered nearly 30,000 likes. And it's just...
Wow.
What on earth? Among the comments, one was reading, "Diabolical new anti-hero roaming the streets." And that was liked by the account owner.
Okay. At least you like your own content.
So basically, they caught him, though. According to the police, the teenager facing the 2 charges of property damage, which are referred to juvenile justice and youth services. The 2 charges stemmed from the cost of cleanup. So it just cost a little money to clean them up. Police said the case was closed in December, adding that they won't speak on it further as the case is still being processed. A TikTok account of the same name also shows videos of fish taped to ATMs or other objects, such as the back of a bathroom stall door. Some of the fish in the videos have cigarettes in their mouth.
Ew. That's weird.
It's just so weird. And they caught this teen kid. The other article I was reading actually said his name, I think. But they...
wow.
Yeah, he's been just taping frozen fish to ATMs. To the screen.
This what you do with your free time, man?
Yep.
Like, what? That's bizarre.
I don't know. I just think vandalism has gone downhill. Back in my day, we knew how to do a proper vandalism.
I know. Now it's just fishy. Painful.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, boy.
That's
well,
it. I mean, that's
that's
it. That's all there is
to it. That's as
to
far as the story goes.
The fish. Yeah,
well, you hooked me on that one. Okay, so the next story that I have is Kentucky convenience store bathrooms transform into disco clubs. A chain of Kentucky convenience stores are attracting visitors and going viral online for an unusual feature: a button that turns the bathroom into a disco dance party.
Did Tom Haverford get a hold of this bathroom?
Entertainment 720. But it says 6 hop shops located in northern Kentucky have big red buttons installed in their bathroom with a sign reading, "Do not push this button." So the manager at the hop shop said a winking photo of Mascot Hopper the Frog on the sign is meant to indicate to the customers that they should actually push the button, reverse psychology working there. And it's an experience she recommends. Pushing the button activates colored lights, a disco ball, and music in the bathroom, turning it into... I mean, who thought this was a good idea? They were like, let's make the bathrooms the funnest place in the whole store. It'll be a disco. Can you imagine, like, is this a single stall restroom, or if you are in there while someone else decides to push the button, do you have to be subjected to the disco dance party too? What if I just want to go to the bathroom?
Poop over here.
Suddenly there were flashing lights and glitter bombs everywhere.
Everybody was dancing.
The bathrooms have proven to be a big draw, with workers at the shops reporting that many people come into the stores just to experience the disco bathrooms.
Wow.
Says there are viral videos online that have shown people pushing the button. You can view them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. A 6-year-old woman came out of the restroom and told me it was the best day of her life. Not what you want to hear when someone leaves the bathroom. I just wanted to tell you that was the best day of my life. You just left the bathroom, ma'am. Are you sure you know what you're talking about? Oh, my goodness.
Amazing. I do, it does seem kind of like a kitschy fun thing. I'm on board.
Phew. Yeah.
I'm probably, I'm in my not fun phase, I'm right now, I'm like, no, I'm going back to my table. I want to eat or whatever. But, if you'd caught me 10 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, let's jam.
Disco bathroom.
Let's dance.
Apparently, the disco bathrooms were the brainchild of the company's vice president of retail marketing. And the first bathroom was installed in February of 2023 and proved to be a big hit. So they opened them all across their other locations, with the 6th bathroom opening in Florence, Kentucky this past month.
Wow, so it's like a chain.
They have 6 of them now.
That's cool.
6 disco bathrooms. So if we ever go through a road trip to Kentucky, we have to stop at Hops convenience store.
All right.
And experience their disco bathroom.
Wow.
I've been to Florence, Kentucky, but obviously it was a long time ago, so there's no way they had disco bathrooms back then.
You missed out. We'll have to
I know.
it's just, that's a fun, quirky thing that people will make a road trip for.
That's a very quirky thing, but
I love it though. I do. That's so good.
Cafe Disco.
All right, from the Hartford Courant, a Connecticut news site, Connecticut man arrested after allegedly digging up his neighbor's yard, accusing the family of being pirates.
What? Oh my gosh.
This guy dug up his neighbor's yard A man was arrested.
Was he looking for buried treasure?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, this person.
A man was arrested in Ledyard after neighbors accused him of digging up their yard and screaming obscenities at them and their children when confronted, police said. So let's see if you get the same read on this article that I did. According to the Ledyard Police Department, the Emergency Communication Center received a call on Saturday around 10:14 a.m. It's like middle of the afternoon on a Saturday.
I mean a.m. I was going to say middle of the morning.
Middle of the morning on a Saturday. From a woman who reported one of her neighbors was digging up her front yard with a rock rake and refusing to leave. What's a rock rake? Is that those like metal, the like hard rakes? We have one of those. As officers arrived, they learned that the neighbor, identified as 62-year-old Mark Utterstadt, had allegedly walked onto the residence because he believed that he owned the neighborhood and that the caller and her family were pirates, the police said.
Did this person engage in drinking lots of
there
rum
you go.
before? Why is the rum gone?
Well, because Mark drank it all.
And is shouting weird things about pirates.
The caller's husband reportedly confronted Utterstedt about being on his property and digging up his yard. He allegedly began to yell and scream at the husband and the children and then started swinging his rock rake in a threatening manner. While speaking with officers, he said he was digging up the yard because he believed the neighbors were trying to install a water line.
So his story's changing.
His story kind of changed once the police showed up.
What's wrong with installing a water line, though? Like, is he trying to get him in trouble, even though that's not originally why he called the police?
Utterstedt was taken into custody and charged with 2 counts of risk of injury and 1 count each of second-degree threatening, fourth-degree criminal mischief, and breach of peace and simple trespass. He's being held on $15,000 bond and was scheduled to appear in the New London Superior Court on Tuesday.
Phew, what?
Which didn't know there was a place called New London, but yeah, he's screaming at his neighbors, accusing them of being pirates, digging up their yard. So my guess is there's some kind of substance involved.
Yes.
But accusing your neighbor of pirates is a pretty clever way to, like, I think they're putting in a water line and I don't like that. So
accusing them of being pirates. It's like, sounds like a family, like your normal suburban family. And they're like, our neighbor's digging up our yard because they think we're pirates.
What would you even do? That's the part that makes me laugh so hard. It's like, what? How would you? Because we're a young family, and like if one of our neighbors, like the guy next door, if he were to come over here with a rock rake and just start digging up our yard, it's like, what are you doing, man? And then he's like, you guys are pirates.
Yes, pirates often have several children and chickens, and
yep, that's well known. Yeah, that's
drive minivans. This is a weird in the middle of mid-Michigan. Seems likely.
Well, Connecticut, so that's more likely.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Connecticut.
Oh my gosh,
it's so bizarre. I can't.
You guys are pirates.
Phew. Okay. Thank you for.
I need to see a photo of the family. Who knows? Maybe they look very piratey.
Piratey. You know? Maybe they have a parrot.
Or maybe at Halloween they dressed as pirates and went around to the guy's house and he remembered that.
Yeah. Wow. That's so bizarre.
It's so weird. I love it so much because it's like, what are you even talking about, my dude? All right, that's it. We kind of burned through that. That was good.
Nice.
Are you ready for Sponsor Your Life?
I think so.
Go.
So after having our little girl, lots of people have been coming by and dropping off meals. So I got to say, like, the unexpected meal train has been a huge blessing to us, actually.
Oh, it has. It's been huge.
So the past 2 weeks, we've actually had, I think, 6 people drop off. Seven people drop off meals, which has been really cool. So kind of like 4 times last week and 3 times this week, we had people drop food off. And honestly, it's been a steady stream of, I've been very appreciative that people have dropped off a lot of fruit because our kids go through fruit like... we spend a lot of money on produce. People have been dropping off fruit has been huge, and then delicious meels that people have brought us.
It's been amazing.
So the meal train and the generosity of people in our church family has really been sponsoring my life.
It's just overwhelming
lately. So how about you?
You know what? All right, I'll be cheesy because we did this a couple weeks ago, and I'm just going to repeat myself. The Detroit Lions are sponsoring my life,
even though they destroyed everyone's lives last night.
No, and that's the thing. Like, people are so they obviously lost. big championship game. But I'm so proud of them. They went farther than they ever went. They changed the conversation. I really think. Like, it was a lot of fun to watch them, and I'm so proud of them for getting so far. That we used to be a laughingstock, right? We used to be a team in a city nobody took seriously, and they fought so hard. I mean, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, that was the worst that you could possibly be, and we've come back from that, and I'm proud of the team they built. I honestly think we weren't quite ready. We made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
You can't make those kind of mistakes at that level.
Yeah.
And so it was like...
We played a really strong first half, but our second half was just where we broke down.
And so I just, as much of a bummer it is, obviously, I would have loved for them to have gone to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
We've never even been. Mm-hmm. But we'll be back.
Yeah, we played a really good game, I think, and we made it far. So
we did. And I just think that next year... Like, we just have things to work on, things to clean up. And, and so I think it's been a great season. And I'm so proud and I'm thankful. And, it's been a sponsor of my life. That was super fun. Like, everybody was super into it. And because there's such an underdog team, like, tons of people were, like, on social media and stuff. Friends of mine who are from all over the country, they were like, we were totally rooting for the Lions. Even though we're not Lions fans, just because of the nature of the story, because it was such a big deal, and I was on board. Like,
that's cool.
I wanted to see it, so that's definitely sponsored my life today. All right, so now it is time for a brand new game. Actually, this is sort of an old game, and I can't believe we've never played it before on this podcast. I've played with a couple of different names, but I think what I'm going to call it is fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news. So this podcast primarily traffics in ridiculous stories, right? Like, that's what we do. We tell funny stories that we find that are true, like they're news stories, but they're just bizarre, like pirates and taping fish to stuff, right? But there's also a game out there called Two Truths and a Lie. It's kind of a sort of a classic icebreaker where you tell three things and two of them are true and one of them's a lie.
Okay.
And the people have to guess which one's a lie, and that's how you get to know each other, right?
Okay.
Well, we are going to get to know the world better, because what I'm going to do is I have opened up a like terrible, weird news stories, right? Like the weird story page of several different websites.
Oh boy,
right?
okay.
Of news. And so I'm going to read you some, but one of them I am going to make up.
Okay.
Or there'll be two of them. There's completely fabricated or adjusted. Like,
okay.
Some of them I'll change the headline a little bit.
Okay.
And you have to figure out which one's the weird one.
Okay.
All right. So here are your three. So that's the game. Fake news. You have to pick which one am I lying to you. Right?
Okay.
Former manager at the DoD Aerospace Threat Program. Quote unquote, UFOs are real. Something extraordinary was revealed today. Former high-level officials and scientists with deep black experience have revealed UFOs are real. Okay, that's story number one.
That's the first one.
Story number two, Russia fires Genetics Institute chief who claims humans used to live 900 years. The country's science and higher education ministry has dismissed Alexander Kudryavtsev. Oh, shoot. I don't know how to say it. Who once claimed that the shorter lives of modern humans are due to their ancestors' sins.
Okay.
Yep. Russia fires Genetic Institute. 8-legged spaniel has extra limbs removed. Spider dog was found abandoned in London area supermarket and is now doing brilliantly after having a surgery to remove the genetic extra limbs.
Oh, spider dog can't be real.
You think?
Yeah.
Actually, it is. It's an edited story.
Oh, it's an edited story.
6-legged spaniel.
6 legs? So they had to remove 2 extra appendages?
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Weird, right? Like, just
the first 2 stories seemed too believable because they were
Those
too
are
much
totally
like
real stories.
I could totally see someone being like, UFOs are totally real. And then somebody else being like, dude, just look at the Bible. They were totally people who lived to be this old.
Yep. The UFOs are a real one. That I've seen that over and over and over.
Oh, have you? Yeah.
Well,
it's a big topic right now.
Well, it's so annoying to me because when people get into the UFO stuff, what they do is they grab a quote from these guys, pull it out of context, and then run away with it.
True.
And it's like what he meant was that, yes, there are unidentified objects that we have yet to identify, and there's a whole big list of them.
Doesn't mean they're aliens.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jump right to the
Jump right to the exciting.
Shocking conclusion.
It's like anytime the Pope says anything, people are like, he's changing policy. And it's like, no, he's not. Just read carefully what he said. You know, like these people know. The Russia firing their genetic institute chief, that one was interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting, actually.
That one had a picture. And then I had to scroll past the story of the teenager taping fish to ATM.
Is that where you
This
got
website
your
also
story?
has that story.
That's funny.
But yeah, I thought I thought six-legged spaniel. I thought spider spaniel was pretty good.
That is good. That is good.
Extra limbs. That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
All right. New Orleans thief steals 7 king cakes from a bakery in a very Mardi Gras way. With their purple, gold, and green colors and toy babies hidden inside, king cakes are staples of the Mardi Gras celebration in New Orleans. So, a king cake thief is out there. During a basketball game, Spurs mascot, the Coyote, captured a bat that had gotten loose in the stadium to the delight of the people watching. And then finally, zebras, camels, and flames, oh my, circus animals rescued after their truck catches fire on an Indiana highway.
Circuses are still in existence? That's the most unbelievable part of that story.
It's pretty good, right? King cake.
Oh, all those stories
bat.
sound like they could totally be believable. Maybe not.
Nope, they all are. I thought I'd throw all of them.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? I was trying to figure out, did you like change the second story like it wasn't a animal bat, it was a baseball bat or something stupid like that?
The Spurs mascot really did capture a bat with a net. The mascot, I'm not sure what he is. It looks like, well, I guess he's a coyote. But he's wearing, so the mascot costume is the big animal, but then the animal is wearing a Batman costume. So it's a coyote dressed as Batman.
What? Why? That's so bizarre.
With a giant net, and they're going for it.
But the circus animals. Let's circle back to that one.
Zebras, camels, and flames. Oh my, circus animals. So there was a truck hauling zebras and camels in a series of weekend circus performances caught fire early Saturday on northeastern Indiana highway, prompting a police rescue of the animals, which roamed along the freeway, some munching on the grass.
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, 2 a.m. on Interstate 69 in Grant County. They rescued 5 zebras, 4 camels, and a miniature horse.
And a black bear in a spruce tree.
Nice.
Oh,
nice.
boy.
Let me just, I'm going to add an
that was
extra
super
sponsor.
random.
Yeah. So for listeners who have absolutely no idea what we're talking about, black bear in a spruce tree comes out of a book called The Alaskan Days of Summer.
12 Days of Summer.
The 12 Days of Summer. And it's a book based in Alaska, and it's talking about the different things that are in Alaska, and it's based on the classic
Christmas song, The 12 Days of Christmas.
And my boys love it. We read it.
Ezra has it memorized.
Yep. Asher always wants to read it. He brings it to me constantly. And anytime I start, we don't read it. We sing it.
Sing it, of course.
And so it's obnoxious. All 4 of the boys are singing. And the partridge in a pear tree is a black bear in a spruce tree. Mm-hmm. That book is sponsored my life. That's an extra bonus.
It just reminded me of that with how many camels and zebras and that's just random.
Well, because that's how the book goes. It's like animals at every day. It's 3 bald eagles, 2 twin moose, and a black bear in a spruce. It's so good.
That's so funny.
So the driver of the truck was not injured, and all northbound lanes were closed until about 6:30. So about 4 hours.
Ooh, that's a long time.
Down.
Of course, because you don't know what the animals are going to do.
Yes. Yep. Animals got.
I can't imagine there's too many people traveling though between 6 a.m. I guess is started the morning commute, but phew.
TikTok's trend sparks health warning. They're eating fried toothpicks.
That's
a TikTok trend sparking health warning. That's the first one. A woman claiming to be I'm sorry, I was going to read this other one first. Butter chicken is the heart of a 188,000 pound legal battle. Pound as in the British money.
Okay.
Right? Butter chicken. And then oh my gosh, I'm blanking on I'm giving it away.
I was going to say, you're telling you can't twist the story enough to make it believable.
No, and I had a great twist, but I forgot.
I don't know.
There.
It's too early in the morning. You didn't finish your coffee yet.
Yes, I should have written this down. I had a great twist on it, and I thought it was fun. Okay, fine. I'll just ask. What is the name of the running back from the Lions in the early 90s who was so amazing?
Barry Sanders?
Barry Sanders. I could not. I'm sitting here going, it's Bernie Sanders. And I was like, it's not Bernie Sanders. It's Bernie Sanders. Oh my God. Forget it. I'll just tell you the story. I was going to say.
I love that so
I'm
much.
so upset with myself.
So much better. All I can picture is that picture of him grumpy with the gloves.
Grumpy Bernie Sanders.
Grumpy Grandpa Bernie.
Grumpy Barry Sanders. Oh my gosh.
That's so much better.
So we have 3 stories, right? Don't eat fried toothpicks. TikTok trend sparks health warning. Butter chicken is at the heart of an 188,000-pound legal battle. And then woman claiming to be Barry Sanders' daughter wants the football legend's body exhumed. It was like a woman who forget it. So it's Pele, not Barry Sanders.
Okay.
I thought it would be funny to switch it to Barry Sanders, but
Wow.
my brain couldn't come up with the word Barry.
Barry.
I'm sitting here just frozen like
But Bernie
Jared
Sanders.
Bernie
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel I was like coming up with all the Sanders
So much better. I love it so much more. Oh my goodness, that's
Bernie
just gold.
Sanders is
That's
not
pure
Barry
gold.
Sanders.
Bernie.
Although when we were watching the Lions game before, at the very beginning, our boys were still there. They were awake. We put them to bed, when bedtime hit. But the camera panned over Barry Sanders, not Bernie Sanders, and I was like, "Hey, there he is!" And they're like, "Why? Who's that?" And they were like, "Is he playing?" And I was like, "No, but he used to, and that's why he's a big deal for us." But oh my gosh, it was just crazy.
That's so, yeah. All right, so Barry Sanders' body.
But apparently there is a woman who's claiming that she is Pele's daughter. Pele, the famous football, as in soccer star, and she wants his bodies exhumed, and I don't know why, but I bet they're not going to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to say probably not.
And then don't eat fried toothpicks.
Is that really a thing? Fried toothpicks?
They look like little worms. They're like covered in breading. It looks like they're taking toothpicks, but this is so dangerous.
Yeah. Hello. Oh, my throat hurts just thinking about that.
Wait. Okay, so online eating shows are hugely popular in South Korea, and one of the latest trends involves tucking into a plate of toothpicks, which are traditionally made from cornstarch or sweet potato. So it's not a toothpick; it's a food.
Oh,
they have
so
urged
it's
people,
like those fry sticks, I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, and they have urged people. I think they look kind of like maggots, like little worms, like little inchworms. They look gross. They're not supposed to eat the green fried toothpicks after TikTok users shared videos of themselves doing so. Once deep fried, the toothpicks, which are made from sweet potato or cornstarch, they resemble skinny curly fries. Yeah, that's kind of what they look like, skinny green curly fries. But clips of people eating them have received thousands of likes and shares on social media. The clips show the toothpicks being cooked in oil and topped with seasoning such as powdered cheese. It's very crispy, one TikTok user declared. In a post on Twitter, the Ministry of Food and Drug Safety reminded people that the toothpick's safety as food has not been verified. Please do not eat them, the ministry added. So I guess they're tricky to cook. I thought people were eating toothpicks from the store. Well, all right. I ruined that one by not
finding the real story.
Barry Sanders. I thought that would be a really funny story.
Wow.
Because then you'd have a moment of he's not dead.
I know. I just saw him on TV last night. There's no
that
way.
Would have been funny. His wants
this
his
happened
body
very
exhumed.
quickly.
How long ago was Pele? I didn't know he was dead. I'll be honest.
Showing my ignorance here.
Yeah, that's all right. I am lost as well. All right, you want to do one more?
Sure.
When tiny invasive ants go marching in and alter an ecosystem. Wildlife preserve in central Kenya is being altered by ants.
I could totally believe that one.
Foul-mouthed parrots, unlikely stars at the British Zoo.
Leave it to Britain.
An amateur archaeologist uncovered a mysterious ancient Roman artifact believed to be Excalibur in England.
I think it's the last story.
Yeah, I got to stop making it the last story.
Yeah. Oh, you spent too much time thinking about it. No, I don't know that was real. I could believe the first two.
Yeah, they're all true a little bit. An amateur archaeologist did uncover a mysterious ancient Roman artifact. It's just like a ball. It's not had nothing to do with Excalibur.
It's disappointing. I
know, that would have been pretty cool. It's a mysterious artifact called a dodecahedron at a possible Roman site.
Dodecahedron?
Sure. Yeah, that. It's a circular copper alloy object between the size of a golf ball and a grapefruit, characterized by its 12-sided form with various holes and knobs.
Yeah.
The function remains unclear. They found a ton of these. They found over 100 across Europe, but they don't know what they're for.
Oh, that's weird.
Dodecahedron.
And it was found where?
In England.
In England, okay.
Yeah, because that's sort of a weird thing, but that was like what civilized the country of England was the Roman Empire, right?
Yeah.
But they were the edge of the Roman Empire.
Right.
But I think my favorite story of the three is foul-mouthed parrots, unlikely stars of the British.
I just like foul-mouthed. That's my favorite pun in there.
And then tiny invasive ants. Apparently, they are messing with the Kenya Wildlife Preserve.
Are they actually tiny, or are they gigantic ants, like from the Indiana Jones movie?
20 years ago, the savannah was littered with acacia. Is it ACACIA?
Yeah, acacia.
Trees. But then the invasive big-headed ants killed the native ants and then left the acacia tree vulnerable. And now elephants have been knocking them down. So when you get rid of the native ants who protect the trees,
it's just like with any invasive species of plant or animal or anything.
Yep.
Like, phew, that's crazy though, because ants are so small. You don't put a lot of thought into it.
Bizarre.
That's crazy.
Bizarre. All right, that's all I had. I had my 4 rounds, and I messed all of them
I bet
up.
I could trick you next time if we do this again.
So next time we'll come back with more preparation.
Okay.
It's simply not our way to show up prepared for the podcast.
It's hard. We have a lot of things going on, and a lot of children.
Just a few. No, I love it. It's just fun. Well, and plus you kind of get like a ton of bonus weirdo stories.
Yeah,
like,
that was actually really interesting.
But
I have not come across any of those stories in my time looking for weird stories.
Bizarre. That was my one fear, was that you had heard some of the stories or seen some of them. Because we're on the same websites or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate I can't not say it. Thank you for tuning in. We love making this podcast. We hope you love listening. And thank you so much to the guy who wrote our theme song. I think that's all the things I'm supposed to say. So, are you ready to send us out with the mom joke of the week?
Yes. So it's a football-themed joke.
Love it.
All right. So what happens to football players who go blind?
They sit with Barry Sanders.
They become referees.
Oh, nice.
They sit with Bernie Sanders or Barry Sanders, whichever one. I like that too.
Bye.
All right. Bye.